up and about, interacting with different issues and different people. And they have brought you different stories tonight. We shall be getting that and much more. But first, let's get a proper introduction. This is KUTV Primetime News with Mutegi K. Martin. And Margaret Megwe joins us in the sign language interpretation tonight. Be sure to join us in the next 30 or so minutes as we inform you on what's happening in the country and beyond our borders. Now, to start us off, a 3-judge bench has nullified National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula's decision declaring Kenya Kwanza as the majority in Parliament. Justices Jairus Nga, the presiding judge, John Mugwimi, Chigiti, and Mugambi ruled in favor of a petition filed by 12 Kenyans, affirming that the Azimio coalition held the majority with 171 MPs, while Kenya Kwanza had 156. The court found that Wetangula had no justifiable reason to reassign 14 MPs from various parties to Kenya Kwanza, a move that altered the parliamentary balance. The ruling raises uncertainty in the National Assembly, where the distinction between majority and minority sides significantly impacts legislative's operation. And President William Ruto has led the country in mourning the sudden death of a veteran media personality, Leonard Mambo Mbotela, who he lauded as a gifted and powerful broadcaster with his famous signature program, Je, Huu ni Ungwana? Leonard Mambo Mbotela was pronounced dead on the 7th of February 2025 while receiving treatment in Nairobi after being admitted in Nairobi West Hospital for at least 2 weeks. On his part, former Prime Minister Raila Odinga termed Mbotela as a veteran journalist and a broadcaster with immense influence in the media industry and the country at large. Additionally, Nairobi County Senator Edwin Sifuna lauded Mbotela as a foremost patriot who truly loved Kenya. And that report is going to be coming to you in other subsequent bulletins on how the plans for his laying to rest are going on. Other members of the legislative houses like Felix Odiwuor applauded Mbotela's journey, terming it as not just an inspiration but also a service to the country and humanity. Leonard Mambo Mbotela is now dead at 84. And the 4th Kenyan contingent of police officers landed in Haiti yesterday to reinforce efforts to restore peace in the country. This contingent was welcomed by Leslie Voltaire, the president of the Transitional Presidential Council, and Prime Minister Didier Fils-Aime. The Kenya Police contingent includes a SWAT women's unit, which is well trained to combat criminal units. Other countries have also increased the number of their forces in Haiti, with a contingent from El Salvador arriving 2 days prior to the Kenyan police contingent. And human rights activists in Migori are now calling on President William Ruto to denounce his support for US President Donald Trump's gender policy of recognizing only male and female genders. Led by Tobias Ogola, the chairperson of the Migori County Law Society, the activists have expressed their dissatisfaction with the residents' announcement that left out the intersex and are now demanding that President Ruto publicly recognizes the intersex gender, just as he has already acknowledged the male and female genders. The activists claim that the president's announcement has caused fear among individuals who identify as third gender.
Organizations in Migori are deeply concerned by recent remarks made by President William Ruto, in which he reiterated the recognition of only two genders. This statement contradicts the progressive steps Kenya has taken towards recognizing the rights and dignity of intersex individuals, as reflected in both the 2019 census and the Children Act of 2022.
Now there is a need of this child to change the name. When we went to the Registrar of Birth and Deaths in Migori County, they were yearning for the Parent Act to lean on. So in a nutshell, we need a legal framework that can help us maneuver into these specific areas.
Protests erupted in Kutus, Kirinyaga County. This is after a butcher chopped off his customer's manhood following an argument over a 50-shilling debt. According to an eyewitness, the victim, identified as Mutegi, was demanding for his payment of 50 shillings from the businessman after working for him. The suspect is then said to have dragged Mutegi inside his kiosk where he chopped off his manhood. Confirming the incident, OCPD Mwea East Mohammed Jaraso said that they have launched investigations into the matter and asked the residents not to take action but instead allowed police to do their investigation. The victim is currently fighting for his life.
Kwa maana jamaa anaitwa Mutegi alikuwa ameendea pesa zake. Si ati alikuwa anazidai, alikuwa ameendea kwa kuwa alikuwa amefanyia kazi na hapo ndo Mutegi ni best yangu alikuwa ameziendea kwa Isaac kwenda kuitishwa, alimvuruga alafu akamkata huku sehemu nyeti zote zikatoka.
Huyu mtoto wangu mwenye ametolewa hizo vitu na ninataka nisaliwe. Mtasaliwa lini?
Akuja atoe mtu sisi zake za sisi. Akuja atoe. Sisi tunasema atoke hapa aende ama serikali watupatie mali amejificha.
Education stakeholders in Migori County are sounding the alarm over the escalating cost of education, stating that the government has delayed to disburse the capitations. They are therefore calling upon the government to make education accessible for all students across the country. This after the parents and beneficiaries cited financial hardships as the main cause for school dropouts. This and other stories in our county wrap with Cynthia Ochieng.
The crisis facing schools over delayed disbursement of capitation to aid needy students continue to escalate as Migori County education stakeholders raise alarm over the rising cost of education due to the new university funding. The stakeholders therefore call upon the government to make learning affordable to all students.
In our community here, I know of around 2 students, some that have dropped out of university. In fact, 2 of them doing medicine, they deferred because they were not able to pay. This is because of the delay in the government capitation, I don't know, capitation or help loan, which could not support them fully. I therefore ask the government to do their groundwork, and they will realize that this new help loan system is making some poor parents to stay with their children at home.
Elsewhere, Mombasa youths have been urged to register for the Youth Enterprise Development Fund to boost their business and tackle rising unemployment rates in the country. And as Fatuma states, many of them have benefited from the organization. However, the project being a revolving fund and not a grant, therefore the youths will be expected to repay with interest rates that are lower than those offered by banks.
Ile shida tunayopata hapa Mombasa County ni vijana kwamba wanatakiwa waelewe kwamba hii ni mikopo, ni loan, si grant. It is a revolving fund. Ukichukua kijana unalipa ili wengine waweze kunufaika.
Kopo ya bank kabla pia upewe loan inakuwa ni process refu sana mpaka ufanye a lot of utumia assets zako kusecure loan. Ukikuja hapa loan iko na low interest rate, pia malipo iko kidogo iko na period refu yenye pia unaweza kujistahili. Ile pesa kidogo unapata, unaweza kulan biashara, unaweza kustahimili familia na pia unaweza kulipa wafanyikazi bila kustruggle.
Elsewhere in Embu, livestock traders at Kiritiri Market in Bere South are happy after Embu County government refurbished the market, citing that previously the unconducive status of the market largely affected their cattle.
Siku ya leo tuko hapa Kiritiri, tunafurahi sana kwa sababu tuko na waziri hapa na ameweza kutuletea matinga hapa ili kutuonyesha kwamba ile kazi yetu tulikuwa tunahitaji inaendelea, na kwa hivyo tuningepongeza gavana wetu kwa kusikia kilio yetu na kusikia matatizo yetu na akakubali kukuja kututengenezea.
In a bid to restore the beautiful beaches and cultural heritage in Malindi town, which has been masked with solid waste, management stakeholders have resorted to training waste managers and environmental officers by employing the use of wafanyikazi mashinani to create a cleaner, more suitable environment to boost tourism.
Usafi ama kitu chochote kinaanza na wewe mwenyewe. Ikiwa wenye nyumba wataanza kufanya segregation wao wenyewe na zile sheria zilewekwa na kanuni zilewekwa na kaunti hii yetu ya Kilifi zitafuatwa vilivyo, ninawahakikishia ile glory tulikuwa nayo itarudi na itapita kwa uwezo wake.
Ocheng Cynthia, KUTV.
14 minutes past the top of the hour, time for us to take a very short break right here on KUTV Primetime News tonight. Keep it here.
My name is Kutv. I'm Associate Professor in the Institute of Philosophy of Jagiellonian University in Krakow, Poland. And I'm the main coordinator of the CAFE project, which is being here hosted by KUTV University.
My name is Ewa Hudoba. I am a project manager in this consortium. Keep watching cutting edge research at Kenyatta University Television.
Baada ya kutafuta kazi, tunaweza kuanzisha miradi yetu ambayo ingetusaidia kubadilisha maisha ya wazazi wetu.
Kwa vijana wenzangu, wengi wana kazi, lakini ikiwa sisi wenyewe tutajiamini, tunaweza kujiajiri wenyewe.
Afrika kwa kweli tuna mahitaji ambayo ukiyasuluhisha unaweza kuathiri watu kwenye bara hili.
Bila uoga, watu huwa na uzalishaji zaidi, wanajawa na ujasiri, wanakuwa wabunifu na wanakuwa wenye maarifa.
Niliamua kuacha kazi, hata kama sitafanikiwa, nitakuwa nimejaribu, nitakuwa najua haiwezekani.
Hakuna kitu cha ajabu hapa. Kila anayepata ufanisi hufanya kazi usiku na mchana.
Kitu kitakusukuma na kuwezesha kupata maarifa ambayo hukuwa nayo.
Tunajaribu kutengeneza kitu kitakachopita mipaka ya nchi hii.
Ikiwa unataka kubadilisha ulimwengu, anza na nyumbani.
You are watching KUTV Primetime News with Mutegi K. Martin. Welcome back, and remember we're streaming this live broadcast on YouTube at KUTV News Kenya. And of course, follow us with conversations on X at KUTV_Kenya. Now, as the world marked the World Cancer Prevention Day on February 4th, health experts, cancer survivors, and concerned citizens have renewed calls for regular screening and better healthcare policies that ensure every Kenyan is able to access the crucial services. Concerns on the inabilities of some insurance covers to cater for regular patient checkups and cancer screenings have also been raised. Our very own Kimuma Yvonne has more on this.
Throughout the week, various initiatives have been held to mark the World Cancer Prevention Day, with Kenyans being urged to embrace regular cancer screening for early detection and easier intervention. At the Kenyatta University Teaching, Referral and Research Hospital, a 3-day free cancer screening camp saw men and women turn up for tests, with health experts stressing the importance of routine checkups. And while for many the call for regular cancer screening could mean saving lives, for others it is a lived reality. Hannah Mwangi, a cancer survivor, is proof of this. What started as a simple curiosity to understand what a pap smear was in 1995 turned out to be a life-saving decision.
I just went to a hospital, and because I had not heard of pap smear, I was doing it as a let me know what is a pap smear. And fortunately or unfortunately, my first time for the test, I was diagnosed that I have first stage cancer. And I was referred to a doctor, and the doctor also confirmed, and I was done. I don't know whether it's the radiotherapy or chemo, but they said to tachoma.
Fortunately for Anna, she was able to start chemotherapy early enough. In less than a month, her body responded to the treatment and she went back to doing her things as usual.
If I had not been diagnosed first stage cancer, maybe by now I could have a dead person. I could be dead, because the way the cancer is affecting people, it has no reverse. It is like killing, and it's very painful.
While awareness campaigns are largely well received by women, men are also at risk. John Mutegi, who also took up the responsibility of ensuring regular checkups and screening, urged his fellow men to take screening seriously.
Most of the hospitals, they charge the screening. So that is one way that keeps people off. And people would actually show up whenever there is free screening. The government should be able to offer more chances, perhaps maybe quarterly, so that the cancer cases can be identified early for those with such challenges.
As Tolni Haloli, a medical officer at the KUTVNEWS, notes, there are various types of cancer, but the most common are prostate cancer in men and cervical and breast cancer in women.
There are those who come for screening and are found to have diseases. Probably they didn't have symptoms. So it means their treatment starts earlier, and in most of the cases, it's early stage, probably stage 1 or stage 2 of the disease. If you don't know screening, most patients will come after they've had symptoms, and maybe in most cases, they'll be stage 4. For patients who are in stage 1, in most of the cases, when we treat, we aim at curing the disease. So, of course, it gives the patients a better chance of surviving compared to those who will come when they already have symptoms and it's already stage 4, where the main goal of treating is to control the disease.
Cancer remains among the leading causes of deaths in the country, with thousands of new cases being reported annually in the country. And while much still remains to be done in the field, the message remains clear. Screening and early detection saves lives. Yvonne Kemuma, KUTV News at 9.
Right, and internationally, Palestinians have categorically rejected U.S. President Donald Trump's idea for the United States to take over the Gaza Strip, while some Israelis have welcomed Washington's proposal.
President Donald Trump dropped his bombshell about the future of Gaza at a joint news conference with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu at the White House Tuesday.
Everybody I've spoken to loves the idea of the United States owning that piece of land, developing and creating thousands of jobs with something that will be magnificent.
Trump said the 2 million Palestinians will be resettled elsewhere. For some, it is a dream come true.
The plan presented yesterday by U.S. President Donald Trump is the true response to October 7th. Those who carried out the worst massacre on our land will find themselves losing their land forever.
Israeli analysts said Trump's idea resonates with hardliners in Israel.
It's only natural for them to be this idea's cheerleaders because they think in messianic terms, in terms of colossal solutions and transitions and transformations, all of which are not the way the Middle East is structured.
He says Israelis and Palestinians need to be patient.
You want change, you have to work very patiently over many years with many participants, or all you'll have is yet more violence and destruction and despair.
Hamas spokesman Sami Abu Zuhri called Trump's remarks ridiculous and absurd, adding that any ideas of this kind are, quote, a recipe for creating chaos and tension in the region. In Gaza, Palestinians say that despite the large-scale destruction, they have no intention of leaving.
I am Gazan. My father and grandfather were from here. We are true Gazans, so they can do whatever they want to do. We shall remain steadfast in our homeland. We will not leave here. We've got one option only: live or die here.
Riyad Mansour, the Palestinian envoy to the United Nations, offered his own solution.
Our country and our home is the Gaza Strip. It's part of Palestine. We have no home. For those who want to send them to a happy, nice place, let them go back, to their original homes inside Israel. There are nice places there, and they will be happy to return to these places.
It is not clear how President Trump's ideas will influence talks on a permanent ceasefire in Gaza set to begin this week in Qatar. Linda Gradstein, VOA News, Jerusalem.
Tusaiwe Mukondia, that is the founder of You Are Not Alone, aka Yana, or in initials Yana, a Malawi nonprofit, is using her organization to rescue abandoned babies, vulnerable children and teen mothers in the Southern African nation.
Tusaiwe Mukondia was left by her mother at the age of 6. Her grandmother raised her, but she never forgot what it felt like to live without a mother. She's now trying to help other people who have been abandoned or marginalized.
We provide shelter, food, like any type of support that a mother or a father provides to their children. That's what we do.
Mukondia founded You Are Not Alone, or Yana, on the outskirts of Mzuzu, Malawi's northern region, providing care and support to about 200 children. Her organization also offers a home to abandoned or orphaned children, some with disabilities and older adults. She is also building a technical college where young mothers can continue their education after completing secondary school.
We want our children to go to college, but if they struggle to go to some colleges because of maybe a disability or a challenge, we're building a technical college for them so that they can be able to learn a skill that can support them to be independent.
16-year-old Deborah Magarasi is an orphan from Chew district, about 500 kilometers away from the center. She has spent 6 months at Yana.
There were some problems that I have been meeting when I was in my home village.
Some community members around Mzuzu say the Yana initiative has had a positive impact.
We have seen that the improvement now is going on forward because we have seen the children are learning, we have got nursery school. I said these are the things now we are benefiting here.
In recent years, Malawi has passed several laws to protect children, including the National Strategy to End Child Marriage in 2024. Government officials say they have also introduced a parenting program to educate parents on children's rights. Chimwemwe Badata, VOA News, Mzuzu, Malawi.
All right, time for us to take another short break right here on KUTV Primetime News tonight. When we come back with sports news.
Access to knowledge, solution to unanswered questions.
Guidelines to pursuing your rights and repossessing your property, intellectual or material.
This and more, only on Law Matters.
Hi, my name is Stella Tioi.
Jina langu naitwa Okemwa Mukwa James.
This is Mandela Gaya.
Ugonjwa ulipokuja ulichukua siku 3 ukaniweka in coma. 20 wamezikwa, 2 ndio wako hai.
I don't even know how it feels to see.
I feel like I cannot express myself well the way somebody who can walk can actually express themselves.
Ilichukua muda mwingi mrefu tena mpana ili kuikubali kwamba mimi siwezi tembea tena.
I've come to actually accept myself.
Ukijaribu kumsimamisha mtu umwambie tafadhali nionyeshe njia,
they find it quite strange talking to you.
You should just make schools integrated,
inclusive setups
by providing the right facilities.
Welcome back. It's time for us to get sporty. Now, the national women's sevens rugby team, Kenya Lionesses, have been drawn in Pool D alongside Poland and Samoa in this year's Challenger Series that is set for March 1st in South Africa. The Lionesses, who missed a spot in the previous edition after finishing 5th in the Challenger Series in Madrid, will be hunting for their first spot in the HSBC World Series. The host South Africa will take on Czech Republic and Hong Kong, China, Pool A, while Pool B will see Argentina, Thailand and Mexico square it out for glory, among other fixtures. And ruthlessly, Liverpool thrashed awful Tottenham in the semi-final of the Carabao Cup to book a slot in the Carabao Cup final. Goals from Cody Gakpo, Mohamed Salah, Dominic Szoboszlai and Virgil van Dijk was enough to ensure that Renslot's boys march all the way to the finals of the Carabao Cup. Liverpool will be defending the title as they won last year when they take on Newcastle United at Wembley in March in the finals of Carabao Cup. It's exactly 30 minutes past 9 p.m. Thank you for joining us for slightly more than 30 minutes of information of happenings in the country and beyond our borders. Special thanks to everyone that has made this bulletin possible, our reporters who have worked hard to make sure that these reports are up to date and with you at this particular time. Thank you to the technical team led by the one and only Melton, who have allowed us, I should have said his second name, Melton Conchella, who have allowed us to have an awesome bulletin tonight. And of course, not forgetting the very amazing Margaret Migwi, who has been with me here doing the same thing in sign language interpretation. My name is Mutegi K. Martin. We take you back to normal programming of KUTV New Experience. And until next time, goodbye. God bless.